So I've been wanting to film this for a very long time. I'm not gonna come up here and complain about how long it took because maybe there is such thing as right timing. Today is the day where I'm the most capable of phrasing this with the best words and conveying the best message, the one that comes most from the heart. I'm here today without anything written down just so then I can take a look and read. I'm just hit from the heart. My room is a little messy and that really bothers me, but I decided to still show up because I am at a point in my life where I really need a change. And I feel like the change I need is to just take the things that I have inside of my heart and pour them into the world and find people who have a similar worldview because I've always been a lonely person. Even when I was surrounded by my family, I have always been lonely. Everyone perhaps feels lonely, but have you ever felt like you always knew stuff first? You always felt it with ease. When everyone couldn't take their heads out of the last thing, you already knew what was coming up next. So I got the opportunity of learning through internet and through YouTube, really getting to know more people and more worldviews, and now I know that I am not crazy. Now I know that there is such thing as someone that is more sensitive, that is in tune with what's going on. And honestly, not even that. There's this bunch of people who are in tune with what's coming up. And there's not a lot of people. So it feels really lonely from time to time. And although I have learned to be alone, and I do think it's an important thing for us to know ourselves and to preserve this time of self-knowledge and peace. I know that for me it was enough all my life. I'm done with being alone all the time and not sharing my experiences, but most of all, I am done with not building the world that I see far in the future because I can't build it alone. It is really hard to put it into words when you're all by yourself all the time. That's why talking and sharing and having like-minded people is also very good because when you try to phrase it and when you try to create, when you have someone that shares the one brain cell with you, then you start making it really, really grounded and you can go from an idea to an actual thing or an actual philosophy. I don't know what this is going to show up as. I'm going to talk about myself just a little. That's not the whole point. But I feel like this is just the beginning video and I wanted to start from this place of openness and humbleness. I am passionate about art. I love art history. I also love philosophy. I think too much. And sometimes that bothers me. I feel like that's my killer. I wish I was a little dumber. I wish I thought a little less. I wish I was a little more simple and I just got content with being beautiful and being like everyone else, but I never was given that opportunity. And it's not that I'm different from everyone and oh my god, how she's special. But how come I never fit in, you know? It's not something I ever knew how to do. At some point I decided to not try anymore and it's been very liberating. Important thing about me, I love fashion. I remember this one notebook I had when I was very little and I would draw fashion illustrations. I feel like if I could trade all of the things that I have right now for that book, because it was thrown away at some point, like old notebooks from when you were a child. But if I could trade the things that I have today for that book, I think I would. I have always been so sensitive and so creative. There was this one time when I was very little and I stepped in a girl's foot by accident. We went to the teacher, both of us crying so much. The teacher didn't know what happened. She thought we were both hurt because I was crying just as much as the girl that I hurt. The thing about being sensitive, and if this video finds you, I know that you know that, is that it's really, really painful from time to time. My whole journey has been one of being the kindest heart and the most sensitive girl to having to kill all my feelings because it was too much for me to handle. And I became a robot. One of the worst people I knew, I was completely not human. Having to relearn how to be sensitive and trying to manage not to fall apart. I'm trying to be sensitive and optimist and build a better future for the people that I love and really for everyone, because I really wish that everyone was happy and the world was a better place. We could create more beauty and ornament and dress up like our soul, or I don't really believe in a soul. Very important thing about me as well is that I'm an atheist. I would call it a soul without any attachment to not believing it in a soul, just because the word really gets the point across. And sometimes I think we need to just pass the message. I have this very pure intention inside of my mind. I want to find the people who share this. I want to find the people with the purest intentions, with an eye for beauty, with the zeitgeist that is so pungent and so clear inside of them that they cannot stick to the past. They just want to create newness and seek for change. And you know exactly what's going to be trending in like 5 years from now. You know, and I know too, that things are going to change, and like AI will really transform the way we interact with the world, and art is going to flip, and it's already flipping. The most sensitive people and active people are already changing how art and ornament and objects are created because of the things that are happening today in the world. There's a few people that see it first, and I'm really, really hoping that this kind message will reach them. I don't know how this is going to go, but I have this feeling inside of me that it's going well. And I'm sharing this message hoping that we can exchange through wherever. Maybe Instagram is the best platform, or TikTok. The comment section will be a completely open space, and I am hoping to reach out and really get to know you. I'm not coming up here to talk about myself. I don't find myself that interesting, but the ideas that I carry inside of my head, I think they're really precious. And I don't think ideas belong to people. I feel like ideas are this thing that belongs to the world, and a few people catch them. Not everyone is able to catch and phrase and build upon that. So that's what I have for today. If you understand this, please leave a like, share, or whatever. Don't like, don't share, don't comment. Just leave this video knowing that you're not alone. Thank you.